Hey, what's going on, guys? X here, and today we're taking a look at the DC Comics Play Archive variant Batgirl. She comes with quite a few accessories, so we'll go ahead and cover those right off the bat. First off, she comes with a bat boomerang. She comes with the two capes that you see equipped here, two additional capes that we have over here. She comes with a stand that you put together. You have the centerpiece here that's a little bit smaller, and you have this much larger one. For her having such a thin waist, I find that this one's a little bit too big, and you can see it a lot more, and it kind of looks silly. So I just use the smaller clamp for the fist or the hands. She has kind of this open hand right here with one finger pointing. She has two of these open hands, which I have one on her excuse me, left hand already. This is what the right one looks like. It's black, but you can also see some nice paint on there, some nice gloss. So it's pretty much that way on the entire figure. Then you have these two hands, which are just kind of open grappling hands, but also can hold her sword and the boomerang if you wish to. You can see there's some nice paint on them as well. Bringing in the sword, you can pop this little section up right here, and this would just slide on like so. If we can get that on there, good. Anyways, that would be the hand that we would use on that. I guess I'm just not getting a good... Oh, there we go. So that's what it will look like on her if she was holding it. Now, as far as the capes, I wanted to point out that this is just the problem with my particular figure. We can get that to focus. So it may not be the same as yours, but I do have like some little paint pieces to where it looks like it started to, because this is just originally this yellow and they painted the black over it and then kind of put a nice wash to it, so you can see that these are different colors. It's not just catching in the light, it's actually painted that way, but it looks like it was chipped this right here and up there. It came this way out of package. All the rest of the capes, this one and the two that she has on right now, I don't have any other problems with, but I just kind of like that look anyway. This is more if she was kind of like bending down and kind of had a swooping motion, and then you could attach these like so in the back, which I will show you how that works. You can see the little holes up here, but you can have it like this on the back of her. All right, we're gonna bring her in. She's a little bit hard to stand, but I wanted to make sure you could see her in a really good stance, so we'll give you guys a little 360 here. I'm a huge Batgirl fan. As far as just I guess fake characters, I like Batgirl, I like Catwoman, Lara Croft, and Ahsoka. I guess those would be my four favorites. So Batgirl's definitely number one though for me. And I'm gonna get the new 52 version. I believe it comes out next month or this month. I forget which one it is. Batgirl. So I'm gonna pick that one up. And I figured, well, since that thing's about to come out, I've had this for a little over a year. Might as well go ahead and do a review on this so you guys can see this. Still, it's not the way that I kind of look at Batgirl. It is a variant, so it's a little bit of a crazy looking style. I like the more classic look, but still, because it is the character Batgirl, it was something that I knew I had to pick up. And it's actually kind of cool sitting on the shelf. It is actually quite tall. Let's see, let's just, because most of you guys collect Transformers. There's MP10. You can see that she's actually taller than MP10 to kind of give you an idea as far as height goes. For you guys that don't collect Transformers, I guess that comparison didn't really help you out any. But I would say, maybe about 11, 12 inches. So anyways, taking a closer look at some of the details here. In the eyes, we'll go ahead and remove her from her little stand here. Starting off with the face, the eyes, you can see that they are blue. You got the the black people in there, and then there's actually like a little white in the blue to kind of resemble a speck. It's not just shining off the light there, or maybe it is a little bit, but you can see that little white speck in the side of the eyes. Then you have the black eyeliner going around. You can see a little bit of the eyelashes, and then there's kind of penciled in like an eyebrow, brown. I guess it's supposed to be red, but kind of a brownish, light brownish eyebrow. Now the lips with you can see the lipstick looks kind of nice over here on this cheek. I've got a little bit of that brown paint over here. It's very hard to see. Again, it's just one of those problems that it's with my particular figure. So if you got yours, you might not have the same problem, or you might. It seems like it was just kind of like a little mess up that got missed whenever they were shipping these things out. As far as the the helmet, you can see there's a nice kind of patterned design in here, all these little lines. So they didn't just make it black and just solid. That there's so much detail put into just the little lines that are going in between the ears, the mask. You can see it here on the forehead. So looks really good. The hair, you can see that it is that that red hair, but has a black wash to it. So it's kind of highlighted. And we'll get into the articulation here in a minute. So she obviously has that. You can see the cape. This section right here, there's nothing you can do about it. It just kind of stays there. Then you have these two additional capes. So like I was mentioning before, you can actually pull this out if you wanted to. And you could grab this or the other one, it doesn't matter. And you could slide that on there, and now it would look something more like this. So it's really preference. It really depends on what you like, and I just kind of like the more she's standing, a little bit more subtle type pose. But again, like I mentioned before with the capes, you can see that they're black, but they kind of have those little highlights here at the edges. So that's not just catching in the light, that's the way it's actually, painted. Yellow up underneath, you can see that it's got a little bit of black under here. I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and look at our other accessory, which is the Batarang. And you can see it's kind of gold, and then it's got a little bit of kind of orange paint there in the middle to kind of break it up a little bit. It looks really cool. Too bad she only gets one though. She does have two additional which would be like Batarangs right here, but these are actually soft rubbery plastic, and they are attached. They are part of this belt. Now the belt, you can see that it's got a nice little bat logo there on the front. This belt section is actually glued to we're just going to call this the underwear piece right here. This is like a really soft rubbery material. So the belt, it's supposed to come down, like droop over on this side. It's connected here. So this is all really one piece, but it's only glued there. So it still gives the impression that it's, separate. You can kind of see there, so looks really good. As far as all this section here, the chest and ab section, again you can see the details and everything. Like all the lines and everything, the gold going through here. You can see there's black, and then goes to a kind of a different looking texture, and then to kind of a gray that you see some places on the other other parts of the figure. Goes back to another black texture, then it goes to another silver texture up underneath. So I really do like that. It looks really cool. Same thing here with the legs, and off to the sides you can see again this is kind of has like a blue kind of shading to it, the kind of the same here on the back of the cape. You can see it down here with the calf, and again design, bunch of different textures, different lines. It looks really cool. And you can see, going down here with the calves as well. A lot of different paint applications, a lot of different like textures. Some stuff is glossy and smooth. Some stuff has a different feel to it. Looks like it's kind of more rubbery. And just kind of a look at the boots, gold. They also have a kind of a unique design as well. Little armor pieces to kind of cover up those joints. And then looking at the arms here, again, same thing. You can see there's some glossy sections, black wash. You can see that there's, different textures as far as the way that it's supposed to look. So one's smooth and kind of armor, shiny. The other one's a little bit, kind of a matte finish and kind of rubbery look. Going down here with the arms, you can see, some gold in here. These crazy gauntlets right here to the side. Again, a little armor piece here to kind of somewhat cover up the joint there. So it's kind of a up close look at her. Now, getting into the articulation, the head, it's got a double ball joint. So you have a ball joint here, and you also have it in the head. So you're going to get all kinds of crazy movement here in the head. You can do whatever you like there. This hair piece, if you don't want it for some reason, you could actually take it out, and it's kind of hidden. You do see, this gap here, but this actually comes out with it. So you would just plug that back in there. If you wanted to move the hair, you can go up and down and rotate the hair as well, which I think is pretty cool. The capes, they can rotate. They can go up and down. However you need to work them so that you can pull off the kind of perfect pose that you want with the capes. Then you come, let's go to the arm section. The arm, where the shoulder goes, rotates, so it's pretty common, but it also has a joint to where you can see, I don't know if that's showing up in the light, where the shoulders can go in and out as well. So I thought that was kind of a neat little extra piece of articulation that you could use whenever you try to pull off some poses. But then you have the bicep rotation right here. It's a little hindered because of the armor piece. You have the elbows that bend 90 degrees. They also rotate as well. You have the wrists that bend back and forth. They rotate however you need them to do. Now, getting into the, let's see, the ab section here. The top, you can see where it's split. You can actually rotate this however you need to. So again, it helps you out. She'll spin all the way around. It also bends back and forth, and you can see there's a lot of movement there at the top. So that's on a ball joint. Then going down here under the kind of underwear piece, you can see that this ab section, it rotates here at the bottom as well. So a lot of articulation right here in the chest and ab area, there at the waist. So really cool. As far as the legs, they go all the way out. You can kind of see how the joints are assembled down there. Forward, a ton. So if she wanted to, high kick somebody, she's tired of getting hit on or whatever, then she can do that. She can go back as well. Rotates a little bit here at the thigh, or not at the thigh, but still here in the hips. You can see that. The only problem is sometimes, like whenever you come back with the legs, you can see that this piece will come over kind of the underwear section. You just kind of have to, move that and adjust that so that it looks right. With the knees, these are double jointed and they can go all the way back. And then you have the feet, which can go back and forth and rotate however you need to. So there's a look at the variant Batgirl by Play Arts Kai. Let's get this all focused for you. Let's see if we can. I'll go ahead and show you, what it looks like with her sword. So you can actually see it on the figure. Well, that's the first time I've put that hand in, I guess. But again, the main problem with her is getting it to stand, because you have just this flat surface right here, and then this bottom hill, which I don't think is long enough. I think that it just needs to be a little bit longer, because you have her kind of leaning back, because that heel's not long enough, and then she has a lot of weight to her. Oh, there we go. Nice. I probably shouldn't touch her. But she's got a lot of weight to her with all the joints and, with the capes and everything moving. But can we get her still again? Maybe. But it's just a good thing that she comes with a stand. But I think it's an impressive looking piece. And, if you maybe want something different than the classics version, kind of the new 52 that's going to be coming out here soon, this is one that, I would look into, especially if you're a fan of Batgirl. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully I was able to help you in your decision on whether this is something you want to pick up or not. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.